Kyrol. Jedi Apprentice. Chapter 3. As another day in the temple began, Kyrol and Master Xena are in an intense lightsaber training session. He was still learning the fundamentals of Form 4. Kyrol falls to the ground with a hard thud before getting back up.
Good, Kyrol, but you're focusing too much on the movement rather than the blade work. Again.
Kyrol nods his head and assumes his ready stance. As the sparring droid attacks, Kyrol effortlessly blocks the attacks before leaping over it, preforming an air strike that the droid fails to block. Seizing the opportunity, Kyrol goes in with a flurry of heavy but precise attacks, defeating the droid by overwhelming its senses.
Well done. It seems you have finally begun to understand Form 4.
At that moment, two Jedi enter the room. They were clearly a master and apprentice. The master was an older male with mostly gray hair and a short beard. He had a very stoic demeanor about him that made Kyrol respect him instantly. Next to him was his apprentice. She had ashen white skin and pointed ears with white hair and white eyes. Unlike other Padawans, this one seemed like she had more confidence than most knights.
Master Xena, sorry to bother you, but you're needed for an important meeting. I was sent to collect you.
Master Xena bows respectfully.
Very well then, Master Harkin. I'll be there at once. Kyrol, I want you to meditate until I return.
Yes, Master.
Dasha, I want you to stay here as well,
says Master Harkin sternly.
Besides, some meditation might do you some good.
The two masters walk out of the room, leaving the two Padawans alone. Being friendly, Kyrol introduces himself.
Hi, I'm Kyrol Novak.
Reaching out his hand to shake hers.
Dasha Kuvi.
She responds while also shaking his hand.
I guess we should meditate.
Dasha softly nods her head, while giving a slightly nervous look. The two sit next to each other on the ground and close their eyes. As they do so, Kyrol feels something off. At first he thought it was his mind playing tricks on him, but after feeling it again he turns to Dasha, who is visibly struggling with her meditation.
Hey, are you okay?
He asks softly. Dasha quickly opens her eyes and looks at Kyrol in an almost offensive way.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Are you sure? Because it seemed like you were struggling with the Force a minute ago?
Dasha gets more irritated at him and shouts,
I am fine.
Startled by this sudden burst of anger, he goes back to his meditation. As he closes his eyes again, he feels that same feeling from earlier. This time when he opens them, he sees Dasha just staring at the garden.
Look, if you need some help with meditation and using the Force, I'd be more than.
Look. You may have a better grasp on the Force than me, but I am still a far superior duelist,
she says in frustration. Stunned by the comment, Kyrol looks at Dasha.
I have no doubt you're better duelist than me. I just thought you would like some help with the Force.
Dasha gives a cocky side eye to Kyrol. Clearly, he unintentionally bruised her ego.
My master always tells me that there is victory in defeat.
Dasha scoffs.
My master always says defeat is what matters. Maybe your master is just too weak, so that's why she chose you. Only the weak would understand that.
That statement made Kyrol's blood boil, but he tried to keep his composure.
What say we fight it out? Then we can see who's truly stronger.
Even though he knew this was against policy and would most certainly get him in serious trouble, he didn't care. No one insults his master, especially a cocky Padawan.
Fine.
They both cast aside their robes and detached their lightsabers from their belts. Dasha had a double-bladed lightsaber. Kyrol knew this was going to be a challenge. The two ignited their respective blades. The sapphire and dark emerald illuminated the room as the two Padawans began to circle each other. Dasha came in with a set of fast attacks that immediately pushed Kyrol to the defensive. Dasha preformed a quadruple flip to avoid a low strike from Kyrol, quickly using a force push to knock Dasha back into the wall before she could land. Now dazed from the attack, Kyrol came in with more powerful and slower strikes, using his strength against her. The two engage into a bind.
Well, Kyrol, it seems you have more skill than I thought. Especially for an inferior design,
she says through gritted teeth. Kyrol slowly moves his lightsaber closer to her emitter before using the smaller blade to push the blade away, releasing them from the bind. Both opponents stumble back to recollect their bearings before they continue their engagement, slashing the walls in the process. Looking above them, Kyrol notices the light fixture above them, and in one swift motion he jumps over Dasha, using the force to pull the light and throws it at Dasha. She just barely blocks the attack, but as Kyrol lands, she sweeps his legs, knocking him to the ground. At that moment, both of their lightsabers are pulled with the force into the hands of their respective master.
What is going on here?
Shouts Master Harkin as he and Master Xena enter the room.
Master, I can explain.
Dasha says, stumbling over her words.
Really, because it looks like you were fighting again. This is the third time, Dasha. I don't know how the council will respond to this.
Dasha put her head down in both shame and embarrassment.
Let's not jump to conclusions, Master Harkin. I'd like to hear my apprentice's side of the story first.
Master Xena looked right at Kyrol. Kyrol could easily tell the truth. After all, it was technically Dasha who started the fight by insulting a fellow Padawan and their master, but a small part of him felt bad for her. Master Harkin was clearly extremely hard on her compared to most other masters.
It was my fault, masters. Me and Dasha were talking about our lightsaber skills, and I thought I could beat her, but I was clearly wrong.
As he says this, he looks over to Dasha, who gives a soft smile.
Well then, Dasha, it seems you're off the hook this time, but don't think that there won't be a punishment.
Dasha nods her head before following her master. Kyrol begins to leave before Master Xena grabs the hood of his robe and pulls him back.
I know you well enough, Kyrol. It wasn't you that started the fight. I don't know why you lied, but I can see it was for a good reason. However, you acted impulsively, and that is something I will not tolerate. For the next week, training will begin before dawn and will go until dusk. I hope this will be enough to remember to think less impulsively.
Kyrol lowers his head.
Yes, master.
As he leaves, Master Xena hands him back his lightsaber.
That was some impressive display of Ataru.
Wait, you were watching us?
Master Xena smiles.
Yes, I did. I was about to step in before Master Harkin came in. Now let us begin with meditation. I think you've had enough lightsaber combat for one day.
Kyrol smiles as the two leave the training grounds. On a jungle world, Master Zunmink and Liam sat. There in front of them were two alien tribes, both of similar species. Master Zunmink turns to Liam.
This is the most important part in negotiating, Liam, the building of trust. Remember, it's easy to break trust but hard to earn it.
Liam made a quick nod before continuing to observe what was going on. After for what felt like an eternity, the negotiations had concluded and the two Jedi get onto their speeder and head back into town.
Hey Master, I think we need to pick up some more supplies before heading back.
Agreed, plus we can get some good food compared to the temple food.
Responds Master Zunmink. Unlike his master, Liam actually liked the temple food, but even he knew nothing compared to food from another planet. The speeder parks outside a store where Master Zunmink purchases the supplies needed. As Liam goes to a nearby diner, Master Zunmink soon joins as a waitress approaches the two.
Hello, Master Jedi. What could I get you started with?
Master Zunmink looks at the menu.
I'll take the acid beet salad and a Jawa juice.
Liam looks at the menu for a moment before deciding.
The Shada Club sandwich and a Jawa juice as well.
The waitress takes their menus and goes to get their drinks.
So Master, have you gotten any new information about the dagger?
This wasn't the first time Liam had asked about it since Master Tarof's disappearance. Truthfully, Master Zunmink was getting annoyed by how often he was asking about it, but he wasn't surprised. Liam had always taken a keen interest in becoming a council member, just like his master. Putting down his silverware, Master Zunmink shot a glare at Liam.
This is the 5th time this week, Liam. As I have said before, we don't have any new information, and even if we did, I still would not tell you.
Sorry, Master.
The two Jedi eat the rest of their meal in silence. As they finish their meal, Master Zunmink pulls out some credits and pulls it on the table before getting up, followed by Liam. Both master and apprentice head back to the speeder until they both sense some sort of dark presence in the Force.
Master, what was that?
As Liam holds his head.
I don't know, but we must find out. From this point on, stay next to me at all times unless I say otherwise.
Master Zunmink says in a stern voice. Liam knew this must be serious. The two get back onto the speeder, and Master Zunmink uses the Force to guide them to the source of this darkness. The Jedi finally reach the source of the darkness. There, hanging from the base of a large tree, was a Jedi. As the two went in for a closer look, they could tell this Jedi was dead. Plunged deep into his chest was a dagger, the same kind of dagger Master Xena and Kyrol found 5 weeks prior. As Master Zunmink goes to remove the blade, black cloaked figures appear and surround the two Jedi. Without saying a word, Master Zunmink ignites his orange lightsaber, followed quickly by Liam, who ignites his amethyst blade. The figures pull out their blasters and begin to fire at the two Jedi. Master Zunmink effortlessly blocked each blaster bolt, sending them straight back to the attackers. Liam was handling himself extremely well, but slowly began to get overwhelmed. Seeing this, Master Zunmink sent out a powerful force repulse, knocking all the attackers to the ground.
Run, Liam! Get back to the speeder!
Master Zunmink shouts. As Liam runs, he notices the fallen Jedi's lightsaber. Thinking fast, he pulls it into his hand as Master Zunmink grabs the dagger. He wanted to retrieve the Jedi as well, but knew there was no time. Both Jedi quickly jump into the speeder as Liam punches it out of there.
Master, what do we do? If this is the second attack, surely there would be more.
Breathe, Liam. We will report this to the council first. After that we will see.